Good day, everyone, and all of Facebook land. My name is Wesley Colford. I'm the Artistic and Executive Director, and it is such a treat to be live streaming here on the last day of March. It's been a very long year, and it was right around this time we were making a lot of announcements via Facebook Live in this very room. In fact, wearing this very shirt, actually, I believe. So I'm happy to say that the announcements today, for the most part, are much more exciting and optimistic. I'm just waiting a little bit for people to join us. We've got a handful of watchers already, so welcome, and I'm sure other people will watch this later on. First of all, before we get started, however, I would like to say Happy International Transgender Day of Visibility to everyone, and we're so proud of all of our artists and employees who fall under that category, and I hope that everybody takes a chance to reach out to anyone you know who's transgendered and say hi or make them feel seen in some way. And every day, but especially today. I'm going to get things started now, and there's, again, a lot of things, some of which we're really excited about and we've been waiting for a long time to be able to announce. I'm going to start, however, with a couple of disappointing but not unexpected things, and we'll be sending out more information on all of this to all people who are attached either via tickets or otherwise, but if you're watching now, you'll get the inside scoop. So first of all, I would just like to say that there's a few shows that unfortunately are going to be postponed, and I'm talking about 3 rental shows, which sadly we don't have control over. For obvious reasons, there's still not a lot of travel that's being allowed into Nova Scotia from outside of the Atlantic provinces, given the numbers elsewhere in Canada even. That's for very good reason, of course, but unfortunately, some shows that were traveling that had hoped a year ago that they might be able to postpone a year and things might be better. Sadly, that's not the case. But the good news is 2 of the 3 have rescheduled, one sooner than later, the other a little bit later. However, the first show scheduled, which is the Snowed In Comedy Tour, originally it was supposed to happen last year, then it was moved to April 17th of this year. That show is officially canceled for now. I'm sure at some point there will be another tour, but after postponing for a year, they've decided to just call this one a cancellation, and anyone who had tickets previously will automatically get a credit to their account. If they prefer a refund, we can certainly do that, or we can convert it into a donation for which they'll receive a tax-deductible receipt. But we'll be reaching out to everyone, and at some point when Snowden comes back, we'll make sure that everyone who had tickets knows that if they want, they can buy a new ticket for the new date. The other 2 concerts that have been planned and were supposed to be coming up have been postponed. So one that I was really looking forward to was David Francie. Again, that was supposed to happen a year ago. It was pushed, and sadly, he is also located in Ontario. So at the moment, his tour that was planned, he was supposed to be with us from May 19th. That's being pushed, and at the moment, he's hoping he'll be still able to do a tour this summer. So we have a tentative date in July. I believe it's July 28th. But again, we'll confirm that and we'll get back to everyone just as soon as we know. Hopefully that's still able to happen. And then the next concert is ABBA Revisited, and that, again, was postponed from last year. It was currently scheduled for May 31st and June 1st of 2021. Sadly, they are traveling from Central Canada as well, so they'll have to be postponed. At the moment, we're planning for June 17th and 18th, 2022. So there'll be more notice. I know a lot of people had tickets for that show, so we'll be in touch with everyone. And anyone who doesn't want to wait, again, we'll be happy to offer credit or a refund or transfer to a donation. The other thing that this one was in our control, and I'll explain a little bit in detail just because it's sad as well. Again, last June we had planned to do a revival of our tribute to the Rotary show, which was an amazing production we put together originally in 2018. We thought we'd do it last year in order to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Sydney Rotary Clubs. Obviously, that couldn't happen. And this year, we really have been talking about it a lot for a long time because technically, obviously, we've been doing shows. It would be possible to do a stripped-down version, presumably for 100 people, which again, we've been doing all year. So I really was committed to that. But the more we've talked about it within our team, the more we realized the whole point of the tribute to the Rotary is to celebrate the spectacle of what the Rotary shows were. The huge casts, the crowds on red carpets, the literal parades with horses that went down Charlotte Street. And while we technically could do that smaller version, we didn't think it made sense to do something that's supposed to pay homage to that enormous spectacle with 10 people on stage or 5 people on stage and 100 people in the audience when it should be 400. So after a lot of deliberation, we've decided to wait. We've obviously missed the 100-year anniversary. We're now going to miss the 101st anniversary, but hopefully for the 102nd anniversary, we'll be able to be back in full splendor with full screaming, applauding crowds and all of the pomp and circumstance that a show like that deserves. So fingers crossed, but hopefully things are on the up and up, and by another year, I think we'll be in much, much better shape for those big, lavish crowds. So that's the end of the bad news. The good news, which I know you're all waiting for, is that we do have the next 2 Radical Access main stage shows programmed, confirmed, finalized. Everything is ready to go, and I'm about to tell you all of the details. Both of these shows will be, of course, free of charge, thanks to our beautiful Radical Access program. And then there's a couple of other little things that I'll let you know about after that, but this is the main event. So as you may know, our next main stage production is called Tell Your Story, which is sponsored by Cape Breton University, and that's opening next week on the 6th of April. So that's coming really soon. If you didn't get your tickets, again, they are free, so you have no excuse, and it runs for 2 weeks. Book now. There's still lots of availability. However, the next show is going to be very soon after that as well. It's going to be starting May 4th and running to the 16th. And it is one of my favorite shows that we've ever done, and I'm thrilled to say we'll be bringing back. It's a perfect show for these COVID times with small cast. It's a musical, and it's called The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde and adapted by Leslie Arden. We have all 3 of the original performers confirmed to actually be in the same province, having quarantined and spent sufficient time with their family. So we're thrilled that we'll be welcoming them back onto our stage to reprise their roles in The Happy Prince, directed by Ron Jenkins, with music direction by Chris Mountier. So that's going to be coming up soon. Starting next week, we'll have tickets available for pre-booking for all of our Radical Access donors. So stay tuned, watch your email, and then the following week, so that'll be not the first but the second week of April, all tickets will be available to the entire community free of charge. After that, we're taking a little look not to the history of the Rotary show, but a history of Canadian folk music. And this is again a show we've been working on behind the scenes for about a year now. It's being helmed by the phenomenal Kieran McGilvery, who I'm sure any Hat audience will recognize from both his work on stage and behind the scenes as music director and arranger. He's been working on a pet project that we're very excited about, and it's called Something to Sing About, the greatest hits you've never heard from Canada's folk catalog. So similar to our show Here Comes the Sun, it's closer to a review or a concert than a full-fledged musical, but it's going to feature an enormous wealth of incredible music, incredible musicians, and beautiful harmonies. The concept is Kieran approached me wanting to put together a show with all of the songs from the greatest Canadian folk singers and songwriters that you've probably heard of and probably love, but songs that you maybe haven't heard of, or songs that we'll repurpose and show in a new light. So it's going to be really original. It's got gorgeous arrangements all done by Kieran. He'll be music directing as well as directing the performance, and he'll be starring in it as one of the singers, along with his sister, Fiona McGilvery. The other 2 lead singers will be Kathleen O'Toole, as well as her brother, Joseph O'Toole, who I've actually known since I was 5, I think, and has been living in Toronto for many years, working in musical theater and performance. Because of quarantine, he's also going to be back in Cape Breton, and we're so thrilled to have him on our stage for the first time, as well as Fiona for the first time. So that's really exciting. Those tickets won't be available for a little bit longer, but you can stay tuned, and we'll include all of those dates to the Radical Access donors and their email. Again, that show will also be free of charge, and it runs from June 1st to June 13th. So that's our next two main stage shows. That'll bring us up since last August. That will count up to 10 free main stage productions out of the 12 that we've promised with last year's Radical Access. That means we've got 2 more yet to be announced, and that will be hopefully soon confirmed. We're just getting all the details past June figured out, and again, we're going to be watching really carefully to see what we're allowed to do, what the restrictions do at that point, and hopefully, fingers crossed, according to Dr. Strang in the province, everybody in Nova Scotia who wants a vaccine will be vaccinated by the end of June. So hopefully that means brighter things ahead. But we've got a lot of really exciting ideas, and as soon as we know it's going to be possible and how big splendiferous we can go, we're going to have some more news about the last 2 remaining Radical Access shows. And I say last 2, but of course I'm referring to last 2 of our first Radical Access season. I'm thrilled to say we will be doing a second Radical Access telethon. The dates are yet to be confirmed, but it's likely to be the first weekend in July. And I'm so optimistic that we'll be able to continue this revolutionary new model that so many people from across North America have supported, and hopefully will continue to support, so that we can continue not just for these first 12 main stage shows, but for a whole new year and many years to come, offering free main stage theater to all of Cape Breton and beyond, thanks to our streaming. With that in mind, we do have one other show that we're announcing, which is not included in Radical Access. So if you missed the days when you had to pay for tickets, don't worry, we've got something for you too. It's been planned for a while, but it's coming right on the tails of our tremendously successful Hat Academy production of Frozen Junior. Who knew? In Cape Breton's declining population, we had so many families with young children who wanted to see theater. We are so thrilled and we're so excited, and it was so great to meet so many Elsas and Annas over the past couple of weeks from various ages and all of their families. However, I am thrilled to announce officially the next Hat Academy production, which is going to be put on by the the Hat Academy Advanced Production Class, and it is going to be Alice in Wonderland, directed by Rachel Murphy and Mackenzie Secchi, and it's going to be the adaptation of Lewis Carroll's famous novel, of course, that was adapted a few years ago by James F.W. Thompson. We originally did a full main stage production in 2015. This is going to be all teenagers in the cast, so it's a little bit more stripped down production-wise, but the same fantastic story and phenomenal performers who have yet to be cast, and auditions are coming up. So if you're between the ages of 13 and 18, I encourage you to reach out through the Hat Academy email, and we can book you for an audition. Otherwise, tickets will be on sale soon, and so anyone who's interested, make sure you book early, because that one is going to have limited availability and will only be able to run for 1 week, so it's going to sell out very quickly. The last thing, which we're very, very excited and is included in Radical Access, so again, this will be free of charge for everyone in the world. It's something we started working on in August, so it's been a long several months, and we're so excited that we're finally at the finish line. And this is something, again, promised and pledged through our original Radical Access campaign. We said we would put out a series of radio plays, audio dramas, whatever you'd like to call it, with scripts by Cape Breton playwrights featuring Cape Breton performers. And I'm thrilled to say that on April 15th, we'll be releasing on podcast streaming platforms the first season of Hat Radio. These are 3 short plays that have been brought to life by phenomenal Cape Breton artists and recorded and produced by Ohan Vandermeer at Dialed In Audio. We're just in the final stages of post-production, and as soon as we get things ready, we're going to be launching all 3 episodes, all of the same date, April 15th, so you can choose which one you want to start with. You can binge them, you can listen to them by yourself with headphones, or on a speaker with a bunch of friends. But they're coming out really beautifully. I'm so excited myself. It's really something unique that I think it suits all of the talented people that we've been able to work with, but it also adds a whole new dimension that you can't quite get when you see a play on stage. So we're really excited to experiment with this, and we hope you'll check them out. I think that's everything for now. There's still about 50 other projects that we're hoping to try to cram into the rest of 2021, and I wish that I had more details confirmed, but we're working on it, and honestly, this is the most excited I've been in a long time. So stay tuned. Make sure you book your tickets early because, as we've seen for the last couple of shows are selling out, and I don't want anyone who's been watching who's a fan to miss out. So check in early. There is so much else, and I could tease more, but I won't. I will say, if you're interested in the Hat Academy, otherwise, this is the last day for our early bird special. So if you're planning to register for any classes, if you register today, you'll save $30 per class. So it's a really good time to sign up. Check out our website. And the other thing we've announced earlier this week, but I will just mention, Here Comes the Sun is returning as a new production that will feature dinner and a show at Sydney's brand new arts and culture venue, Sacred Heart Downtown. And we're so excited to partner in this co-production with Sacred Heart Downtown, as well as Mise en Place, the wonderful, incredible caterers who are going to be bringing a lot of food to that venue. I can't tell you what the menu is yet. I know a lot of people are wondering, but it's going to be something spectacular that Cape Breton hasn't seen. That's what I've been told anyway, so we're really excited. Check out that if you like. Those tickets are available now, and unfortunately, because of COVID, they're only available in tables of 6 or 8. But hopefully that'll change soon, and as soon as restrictions allow, we will certainly be able to offer a more flexible seating arrangement. In the meantime, however, there's so much good news. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so happy to see such a good turnout on the live, and again, I'm sure people will check it out later. I hope we'll see you soon, either through the interwebs or else see you at the Hat. Thank you very much.